What up, y'all? Welcome to She Gets It Podcast. My name is Shan. I am she is me. This is She Gets It Pod, where I talk to you how I want to talk to you. But I'm going to respect you at the beginning and the end of this episode because we respect each other. Welcome to my space, okay? You can find me at ShanBPoddin on IG and Twitter. And you can also find me at www.shanbpoddin.com, where you can find all the ways and many podcasts that you can support everything I do in. I appreciate you. Also on that site, you can find some shops to support through merch. You get a little something. I get a little something to give back to you, okay? It's a constant rotation, all right? You can also find my Patreon as changes.Find. And you can also find the podcast that I am recommending you to check out on the same website, all right? Anyway, y'all know what today is. 420. It's 420. I don't know how you feel about that, but here's a known fact. I could have popped my pussy out with baby number 2 on 420, but to make sure her father's day was not ruined and my day was not ruined for the rest of our lives, I made sure she got induced and pushed out on the 19th. Because so now I have a 5-year-old. Okay, I am 5 years in there with child number 2. Her birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to Ari Bacardi. Okay, that is not her real name. I actually did think about her name being an adult in the future, unlike other parents. So yeah, happy birthday to Ari. Her birthday was yesterday, her 5th birthday. I did celebrate it on the 16th, and I am still celebrating it next weekend because that's when the bounce house gonna come through, since it was raining on the 16th. But you know how we do. Welcome to this episode. I've been saving this episode for y'all because I wanted to talk about what you see on that title, Black Owned Cannabis, okay? Happy 420. Respect the earth and it will respect you. Ain't nothing wrong with the green. Ain't nothing wrong with the green. It's just too many people abuse it, just like they abuse alcohol. Ain't nothing wrong with alcohol. People just don't know their limits, okay? A lot of people utilize the green for healing, calming, and creating a zen in this thing we call life, and it is okay, and it is okay with me, okay? What I don't like is when people manipulate the green to be something that is not of the good, okay? Let's talk about Black-owned cannabis businesses that are doing what's needed in this industry. And I do feel like we need more Black ownership to come into this Black cannabis business, because all these hemp products, all these marijuana based products are out here, and other ethnicities are profiting off of this stuff, while we have the bulk of quote unquote Black people locked up behind bars off of dime bags of weed. I'm talking about years. So there's no balance in the fact that people are out here making billions of dollars in products behind having marijuana in their products or stemming from marijuana in their products. And then you have people behind bars for giving out the shit because people wanted it. Like, make it make sense. So let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about some different businesses. If you know some Black-owned cannabis businesses out here that I did not mention, don't be afraid to let me know. At me at changes.Find on Twitter or on IG. This is a day of peace, of happiness, of zen, of good feels, okay? With you or with other people. It doesn't matter. Celebrate the earth and the earth will celebrate you. Happy 420. Let's get into this episode. So check it. I did provide y'all with the podcast journal. Okay. So you got that. You found your flow. I said, Chantal, what about this? And my brain went like, yeah. I did it in a day. It took me a day to put this book together. Same type of concept, but I wanted to focus on marketing your podcast. So it's called Marketing the Podcast 101. It's on lulu.com, just like the other book. And in this book, what you can find is a creative way to market your podcast after you done put that podcast together. What are you talking about, Chantal? I'll tell you. I'm talking about how do you push your podcast on Twitter, okay? I put the times where it's good to post on Twitter. Same thing with IG. I did a layout kind of like how IG is set up, so you can put whether you're going to have a video, a picture, a reel, merch, and how you want to set it up so you can see the layout. I did a section for how to utilize YouTube, how to make sure you know your cover of your YouTube video, what it has in it, what elements you need to focus on, what times where you put your ads. I made these are the people you need to follow list that you can put on there, and these are the people you need to unfollow list, so you can be, you know, up to date, on top of things like you should. So I'm focusing in this book Twitter, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. I also put in here, if you have a podcast merchandise store or page, a way that you can sketch out your ideas of what you want to put on a hoodie or a mask or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, CAD right there already drawn out for you to write on, to draw on, whatever you want to do. Place to put your website, place to put your ad name, place to put your purpose of your podcast. All of that, I got you. I think it's like 67 pages of goodness. Okay, I even put in websites that you should look into if you're a content creator to check out for better resources on how to market your podcast. So a lot of people don't know, okay, I made a podcast, how do I push it? Check out this book. It's going to tell you how to push out this podcast. You're welcome. I appreciate you, and I want to give back to creators because everybody doesn't think the same, but what everybody thinks about should be allowed to be shared somewhere. Start with this book. Now back to the show. She Gets It Shop is open. It's always been open, but welcome to season 16. She Gets It Shop is open with hoodies, sweatshirts, because it's still winter out here. It is still cold. It's a little brisk. All right. The mugs are on there. New masks are on there. They even dropped new AirPod cases, and of course, you know, I had to try a little something, and I got some on there for y'all. So if you want to check out the merch, you can go to She Gets It Shop with Teespring. Just put it in your Googles, it'll pop up. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting the show. And if you want to support directly, you can directly support at redcircle.com. The link is in the show notes for She Gets It Pod. I appreciate you. Thank you. And let's continue to listen to the show, because I like to run my mouth. I like how I held that note. Later. This shit was just in my head. All right, y'all. I promise y'all I'm not utilizing what today's for. This is a natural high. I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's Jennifer's vagina. Yeah. Coming at you. This is 1987. She ripe? All right. So, Black-owned cannabis businesses. What do I have for you? I have Marion, Maine. I have Deuces 22. The Pharmacy, Pharmacy, V Effects, Inertia's Roots, Simply Pure, Biko, Biko, Juice Joints, Supernova Women, okay? So many things to choose from. Ball Family Farms, Fruit Slabs, and they got some shit that I'm just like, why don't I live in California? Why don't I live in California? Let me tell you something. I'm not a avid smoker. I'm not an avid drinker. I'm not someone that's always, oh, I need it today, or I have to, or this is part of my routine. I have no fucking routine. I am as spontaneous as they come. But I will say, my first experience with greenery was smelling it around my family and my friends, my brother's friends. And my brothers will always shoo me away. Go away. Move from here. Move. Go over there. Right? But they never told me what it was. And then I started to be like, okay, this is just something common. People do it. It's not a big deal. But the people around me, they won't blatantly do it in front of police, or they won't do it in front of like older people. So it must be something that they don't like. And then over time, I started seeing commercials about it, of how horrible it is. And I'm just like, well, the people that I'm around, they don't act like that. That doesn't happen. And then when I was 16, was I 16? I think when I was 16, I was hanging out with some friends after school, and it was at like another friend's apartment. And he was like one of those kids where his parents would work all the time, and people just be over there playing games or kicking it or whatever. And they started like rolling up in the living room. I'm just like, okay, I'm not bothered, whatever. I've been around this all the time. And then one of them was like, you ever had a shotgun? I was like, what are you talking about? Where I do this, and they gave me a shotgun of that shit. There was a bowl of candy in front of me, and then there wasn't. I was so relaxed. And the thing about me, when I am lifted to the gods, I get very quiet. I'm very laid back. I'm mellow. And all I want to do is lie down. Period. Like, I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to be hyper. I'm not going to be crazy. I'm going to be very mellow and chill. And I want to lie down. Period. And that's what usually happened anytime I would partake in the greenery. I never felt like, oh my God, I want to do it again. Oh my God, I need to do it. Oh my God, who got this? Who gonna roll up? Still to this day, I suck at rolling greenery. Like, that's not my thing. That's not what I lick on. Okay, it's not my thing. I do not like it. But then, fast forward when I became 32-ish, I think it was for my birthday, I was like, I'm going to order some Eddies, all right? And I ordered some edibles. And it was very low-key. I'm not going to tell you how I got it because it's G classified. I got it. It came through. And I was like, all right, tonight is going to be me and you. I only do edibles when I'm in the privacy of my home, period. I don't like being out and high. I don't like being out and tipsy. I like to be in my home, feeling what I'm feeling in my zone, okay? When I tell you, I think the first ones I tried was indicas. Oh my God. I was eating ice cream, eating a mango, and making pancakes at the same time, and it was all delicious. I had energy. Sometimes I would be on the phone with Paco from Nuts and Guts podcast, and he's like, nigga, what you got going on? I'm just like, I'm chilling, I'm feeling good. And I was like, what's up with them sativas though? So I was like, let me test out these sativas and see what they hit for. Sativas are cool, but I think indicas is more my thing. Let me tell you something. At that time, I had no consistent peen, but if I had consistent peen under the influence of some indicas, shit, which is good because I wasn't around consistent peen because I was pre-removing of my fallopian tube. So now it's kind of like nut if you buck. Nut if you buck, because it's not going anywhere. My body's gonna eat it and eject it. Okay, the bridge is over. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Okay, there's no way that's possibly happening. So right now it's kind of like it don't matter. Sometimes I might, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Nut if you won't. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't have those fears no more. Have a good time, enjoy yourself. But I do feel like under any influence of anything, you as a human being, you have a responsibility to make smart decisions. And I make smart decisions under the influence of whatever I'm under the influence of in my home. Privacy of my home. I'm not driving around anywhere. I don't have anybody in the backseat with me. I'm not out anywhere acting away. I'm not annoying other people. I'm in my zone, right? So check out, what's another thing you could check out? Check out leafwell.com, LEAFWELL.com. Check out thebluntness.com. It gives you a lot of information on greenery and what's going on with that. Podcast about cannabis. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. Podcast about cannabis. Weed and Grub is very funny. I like them. Broccoli Talk, Blunt Blowing Mama, Cannabis Investigating Podcast, Weeds Day Wednesday, that's a good one, and Good Moms and Bad Choices, where they might roll up on the episode, okay? And they're both moms and they're both chill and it's really, really realistic and nobody's putting on for anybody. Let's stop acting like people can be great parents and also roll up. Stop it. Okay? As long as it's not interfering with your priorities and you have some sort of boundary with it, I don't mind it. But at the same time, when people think parents who, deal with marijuana, they say it as though, oh, you're a parent and you're blowing marijuana smoke in your child's face. You know how many parents smoke nasty ass cigarettes that have no benefits and have their windows rolled up with a baby in the car seat in the background? Or a dog? That's hella abusive. What? And so I am one of those people that's anti-cigarettes. If you smoke cigarettes, move the fuck from around me. Mainly because it has no pros and it's a bunch of cons. And secondhand smelling that shit does more damage most times. Okay? So, yeah, miss me with that shit. At least greenery has pros. At least greenery helps people with different diseases that they're dealing with or calming them down. Cigarettes don't do shit but make rich people money and kill you faster. Period. Okay? So that's my jits between greenery and cigarettes. What's the difference? One smells great and one does nothing great for you. Period. Okay? Do I have a consistent habit that I do a lot? Realistically, no, I don't. I'm consistent with creating. That's my habit. Do I feel like, oh my God, I need a gummy. Oh my God, no, I've never felt like that. When I want to take one, I take one. When I don't, I don't. I've never felt the need, I need a drink. If somebody's making a 5 mojito, I'm gonna sit some. And I'm gonna babysit that shit because the way that I drink, it goes straight to me like a 50-pound white woman. I be acting hella loopy off of one weak ass drink. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't have a high tolerance when it comes to alcohol. My exes drink me under the table 10 times, okay? Straight brown liquor, no chaser, okay? And they'll make me a small drink, and I'm just like, dog, I'm not gonna drink this. Who wants this? Go to a celebration, everybody do shots, okay? I'll hold it just for looks, and I'm gonna put it on the table. This could be wasted. I'm not gonna drink that. I'm 34 and I don't have a drink. I don't know what my go-to drink is. I want to be able to order it if I was somewhere. I don't go to bars. If I go to a lounge, I want the most fruitiest, delicious shit, least alcohol shit you got. Okay? And I want hella ice. Like, I don't care about that stuff. I like to be in control of my body. I like to, especially if I'm out the house. And it's very annoying because if you don't drink and you go to an establishment with other people and everybody else is drinking, you sort of look like an asshole. Like, who the fuck wants to go out somewhere and have to order water? And I don't like soda. Anytime I drink soda in the past, I would get allergic reaction. My skin in soda is like, hates it, okay? Hates it. All right, so I'm a juice baby, okay? I'm chill. All right. So the odds of me going to a bar and meeting somebody is very slim to none. Probably will never happen because I'm not a drinker. I can keep a bottle of wine in my fridge for a year and a half and not touch that shit. Unless I have someone that comes in my house and just like, let's have a drink. Okay. I'm probably going to babysit that shit. That's just not something I do. So when it comes to greenery, it's the same thing. Like, I don't feel like I got to wake up and do this. I don't feel like I gotta wake up and have this. I've never felt the urge like, oh my God, I need to get high. Who got this? Who got that? Who your plug? Like, never felt like that. But if I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood. And I don't understand people who have an addictive personality where they feel like they need it or they can't be decent to other people. They need it or they can't function in their day. And then a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't have a habit. I don't have to have it. It's whatever. But they don't even notice that they just rolled one up 2 hours ago and they rolling another one up. They don't even notice that they have to have it in their hand and they got it in their hand. Like, you are way beyond habit now. This spliff has become your 11th finger. Like, the fuck? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So I think it's really, again, one of those things where you have to have some self-control. But if you live in a state where that shit is perfectly legal, enjoy. But just be responsible about it. The facts about cannabis as of 2022 is the sales from cannabis were $20 billion in 2020. And right now, it's definitely over $30 billion that they're making in sales regarding cannabis. So my thing is, like, I truly believe that states in the United States are not allowing cannabis to be legalized because they haven't found a way to get a piece. And when I say get a piece, meaning they haven't found a way to tax it. They haven't found a way to make sure they're getting their cut. So they're basically still holding up the fact that you can't have this. And if we do find you with weed on you, if it's this amount, then you're going to get arrested. If it's not this amount, we really don't give a fuck. Like, that's what it is right now. I feel like it probably would become legalized in all states before my soul leaves my physical body on this earth. When? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, because life ain't gonna surprise me regardless, especially with this fucked up government. Illnesses that cannabis helps Alzheimer's, cancer, Parkinson's, neurological disorders. Legalizing cannabis is already in motion, but it's a slow motion. It's like a rock the boat, work the middle on that shit. And I just told you why I feel like they're dragging their feet on this shit, because they haven't figured out how to get a cut. And then if you think about it, if they legalize weed, all these weed pushers, what the fuck is your backup? What you gonna sell now? Pills? Fentanyl? Fentanyl been killing people left and right. And I don't know why people are not scared to try that shit. Because I would be terrified to try that shit and that time be my last time. Can you imagine dying off of fentanyl and seeing your body laying there and be like, fuck, I knew that pill looked funny. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And there are people lacing people's weed with other drugs. So you got to be careful. You can't buy that shit from everybody. Everybody's not certified. And everybody's version of quality is not quality. I could tell some bullshit weed when I smell it. It smells like shit. It smells like dirt. That's bullshit. When I'm driving to work and I smell that shit, I get an essence. When I get me an essence in my vehicle and my windows are rolled up, early in the morning, you hitting like that. Where are you going? Everybody's going to smell you. And that's what I like about edibles. If I took an edible, no one would know that I took an edible, because you cannot smell it on me. The only thing will make you feel like I'm on something is how I'm acting or reacting. That's why I tell you, like, I don't do this shit outside my house. Okay? I keep it very low key. I don't let everybody know I do this shit. And you will never know when I do this shit until after the fact that I did that shit. Okay? That's what I like. Alright? And I don't give a fuck about who likes it and who wants to judge it. It's not something I do all the time. I think in a year's time, I'll probably do it 10 times. Like, it's not something I feel like I need. And a lot of people are not addicted to marijuana. So stop making it seem like it's crack. It's not crack. Okay? It's not crack. It's not. Relax. All right? There's different ways for you to utilize cannabis. I've tried cannabis desserts. Fucking delicious. Canna butter, delicious. Okay, you talk about a motherfucking cookie you want to make love to with your tongue. Okay, brownie, forget about it. Cake, forget about it. You taste the cake and you don't even know it's in there. By the time you realize that something about that cake, is too late. It's too late. You in the couch. I had a piece of strawberry cake that was made from that shit. And I was talking to my oldest nephew, D. And I was on the phone with D for 8 hours, dropping nothing but motherfucking gems. D, you remember that shit. I was dropping nothing but gems. I'm the auntie that my nephews is just like, I want to apologize for not smoking with you before I smoke with this person. Sir, I have smoked, but that's not my go-to. My go-to is Eddies. I like Eddies. I like a slow creep up. I feel like greenery, when you smoke it, I don't like the feeling of smoke in my body. I don't like how my mouth feels after I do it. I don't like the taste in my mouth. I'm somebody that brushes her teeth twice every time I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth first with coconut oil, and then I brush my teeth the second time with fluoride-free toothpaste, and then I mouthwash. Okay, and I love floss. I have floss in every bag. Damn near any room in my house is floss. So when it comes to putting things in my mouth, if I don't like it, it's not going in there. So yeah, I am a gummies person. That is my go-to. And I don't think there's anything wrong with cannabis. I think it's just one of those things that takes responsibility from other people to know what to do with it and what they don't need to be doing when they're on it. By 2025, cannabis sales will be at 3. Let me just say something. You should probably give you this number. If people are making over $33.6 billion off of cannabis, they're going to have to at some point legalize this shit. Okay? So for those that is helping, I'm glad you found something that helps. For those people who judge you for it, fuck them. Fuck them, because you got to deal with you at the end of the day and early in the morning. If you have a child with a sickness and this helps them, use it. Fuck whoever has an opinion about it. Use it. I'm tired of people putting their judgments on other people thinking like they owe them something. They don't owe you shit. If it helps you feel better, use it. If it helps your child, use it. If it helps your parent, let them use it. CBD? Oh, CBD? What? If it helps you, use it. Dandelions help people with heart issues. The same people pushing the medicine for heart issues is the same people pushing the pesticides to kill dandelions. They're doing it because they want to find a way to profit off of people. The reason why we can't find cures or don't want to have cures or let it be known that there is a cure for a lot of illnesses and diseases that people have is because pharmaceutical companies and this government likes to make money off of sick people. Period. Scientists are not dumb, they're not slow, and they're not lost as to what the solutions are. The money is in the way. So when it comes to cannabis and you celebrating your 420, do as you need to, okay? But be responsible about it. All the Black-owned cannabis businesses appreciate you. Keep on keeping on. Keep on developing and creating and pushing it in a major way. Any business out here using cannabis for positivity and helping sick people out here, continue. And I wish you the best, and I hope nobody and no corporation or government entity gets in your way, because people need help. And if it's the earth that people turn to help them, allow them to. Happy 420. Enjoy yourself. Be smart and be safe. My name is Shan. Thank you for checking out She Gets It Pod. I'm out.